So here, April 22nd, yesterday we did our aqua blaze, and when we got done, I hooked up with Sour Patch and his wife Mosey, and they have a third hiker called Steady. They were coming to this wonderful hostel, and it's really not an official hostel yet because he's not up and running. But it's called Shep's place, and he kind of shares the ministry. He's I think a Baptist preacher, but he doesn't sit there and preach on you. He's here more to just provide people a place to stay, and of course he offers everything with the understanding that you just make a nice donation to his cause. But beautiful bunkhouse here. Back there, I think there was there was housing for 8. And the building behind me on this side is the little kitchenette that I'm going to show you a picture of later. And it's got a bathroom, nice shower in there. Everything's relatively new. He bought this land with the intent to do what he's doing. And it's just to provide respite for through hikers and other people of the world who just need a place to get away from the world for some time. And just an incredible man to listen to. It was going to rain last night. Beautiful fire pit here so that everybody could fellowship around the fire if they wanted to. It's just been an incredible. Yesterday, did the aqua blaze with Optimist, Dr. Quinn, Sticks, and Big Sexy, and it was a great adventure. But the travel with them may be coming to an end. I don't know. We'll see. They went on back on the trail last night. They were going to hike a couple miles up trail for a couple. I just needed a day of rest, so that I could give my legs some rest. So the aqua blaze was nice, but I just didn't feel like I wanted to go put 2.5, 3 more miles in. And then it rained last night, and they were going to try and get to a shelter and sleep in the shelter, but we're kind of in this micro bubble right now, catching a lot of people at shelters, and so I knew I'd get there last, and I'd be out in the rain anyway. So when the Sour Patch and Mosey were coming here to Shep's place, I asked if I could tag along. They said sure. So he is creating a really, really nice place here in Tennessee for people to take a break. He asks that people don't smoke or drink or do drugs on his property, which, I think most people who would come to this place would respect that. And it's just a really, really nice place on the trail. We stayed at the Boots Off the other day, and, I don't know. Historically, it's a place on the trail, but I really hope that this place becomes historical on the trail. One of the things that he would love to do is get on the, there's the program for veterans that are hiking the trail right now. And I'm having a 62-year-old brain fart right now. Warrior Expedition, that's what it is. And they're hiking the trail, and he would like to get his hostel added to their user list, and this would be a great place for veterans to come. I'm even thinking about, when I get done with the trail, maybe come back stay for a day or two, see if I can offer him any help in building out anything that he wants to build out, just to give back to what he's doing. So it's just a nice, peaceful place. They have tenting areas here. Oh, I didn't show that. Sorry, I'm changing the picture. Some tenting spots right down here, right there. And there's a nice stream that that runs by. And he's got a couple acres. He's going to build another building here. And he said that it's going to kind of be for where people of different uses could come here and take a break. You know, especially people who are, you know, have a busy lifestyle, or, you know, leaving a busy lifestyle. It'll be a cool place to be able to come to. And as I'm walking over here, there's a little sign here. It's kind of cool, and I'll spin around here. So it's right here next to the creek. I just noticed he's also started his own kind of thing. There's a mini shoe tree here that for people who have decided to either change out boots, leave boots, maybe leave the trail. I don't know, but just kind of a cool thing. That on the sign there it says Katahdin is 1,739 miles away. On the bottom, Springer Mountain, 455 miles we've come. So Damascus, Virginia, via, I'm not sure if it's via the trail or via the road. It says it's 15.5 miles. We're going to try and be in Damascus tomorrow, so we're going to do some miles today and then walk into Damascus tomorrow. So I'll be back home, I'll be back in Virginia soon, and it's really cool. So like I said, just a great place. Before I leave, I will introduce you to Shep and thank him again for all that he's doing. If anybody wants to help a great cause, I'm going to get his website and stuff and try to put that up. But you know, they ask for donations here. It's tough when you come to such a great place and, you know, you've paid to stay at other hostels who have set prices. You know, he just asked for donations, and this is the kind of place that you really want to give a big donation to, because you like the mission that he has. Like I said, yesterday was a great day because they always say the trail provides, and yesterday the trail provided when it connected me with I'd hiked in and around Sour Patch and Mosey before, but when they did the Aqua Blaze with us yesterday, it gave you the opportunity to talk with them more. And but then when they suggested Shep's place, and just really cool. So I'm gonna go down, and I think they're having their morning coffee. You talked about making some breakfast. We'll see. If not, I might go in and make me some oatmeal. You know, it's still a little cloudy today. Might get a little bit of rain. Hopefully not too much. They're calling for light rain the next couple days here in the area. You know, no rain, no pain, no main. And so looking forward to getting back to Virginia. So we'll talk to you all soon. And like I said, before I leave, I'll introduce you to Shep and let him have an opportunity to say a few words. So till then, Dogtag out. Good morning. I'm here at Shep's place. You know, they say the trail provides, and this guy is really providing. This is the little kitchen area. I know it's small, but it has everything a hiker could ever want or need in a shelter or in a hostel. And I'll take some more pictures outside, but I just wanted to do this while I was inside using a washer and dryer. And behind that door is the bathroom and a shower. Beautiful. He's done a great job of making a nice place here. I'll talk more later. All right, April 22nd. We're here, and you call it Shep's place?
Yeah.
Shep's place. This is Shep and his wonderful partner. Tell me your trail name again.
Smoke Show.
Smoke Show.
My friend Joe.
Friend Joe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about Shep's place, because I won't do it justice.
Well, I'm a trail chaplain, and our goal is to serve and bless hikers along the walk from Florida all the way to Maine. We start usually serving and blessing hikers in January and February down on the Florida Trail. And Joe, he's coming on board with me. He's going to be working as a chaplain as well. But yeah, we just want to add value to people's hike. We want to give people a place to stay out of the rain, like last night. We just want to help along as we can. And so that is our goal. It's just to serve and bless hikers along the way. But yeah, you might see us all along the way. We try to do trail magic north as it goes, and we have the place here in Shady Valley. But it's always a pleasure to be able to serve guys like my brother here, people who are out here who have a reason,
guys
a purpose. Guys and gals, absolutely. I use guys kind of terms.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it's so good. It's so good to be able to serve people and to be able to bless people. And so that's what we do. We just want to be shining lights for the Lord, and just hands and feet of Jesus, just doing it like we feel like the Lord Jesus would want us to do it.
And I got to do justice for this little guy down here. Yeah, this is a purebred shepherd, and probably one of the most beautiful dogs I've seen in a long time. Very friendly, and just got this red color to him that I've never seen in a shepherd. But they're talking about trying to get this program on all of the major trails in the United States. And so I guess that's where you're headed.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Is maybe out west somewhere, either the PCT or the CDC. But I'll tell you what, a great cause. And it was definitely a trail providing a special treat yesterday. They had pizza for us last night, which was unexpected. And they're going to give us a ride back to the trail, and we get to head into Damascus this week. So I thank you guys very much for letting us stay, and what a great pleasure it was. So Dogtag out for the day. Okay, Dogtag here. I just wanted to record some additional information just so I have it. So he's going to give us his Instagram name, title, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah. So if you want to tell us what yours and what Shep's is.
Yeah. So mine is going to be In the Hedges, and then Shep's is going to be Adventure Preacher. And so, yeah, look us up on Instagram, find us. That way you can reach out to us if y'all are in the area. You know, that way we can come pick you up and, you know, have you out here and have fun. So, yeah.
And they're working on a website, and hopefully they'll post that when the time comes.
Yeah, we'll have that fun. And then that information will also be on our Instagrams as well to get people to the website for different things.
And just to let you know, they don't set a price to stay here, which is hostel owners make it really difficult when they have a great place, because you definitely want to give more than they deserve. So, well, not deserve, more than they're asking for. And so don't take advantage of a good service, and just come and enjoy yourself.
Look, it's ministry. That's
what
it's for. That's right.
We thank you.
Yeah.
All righty.
Thank you.
The Dogtag here on the AT, or we're just off the AT. But look, trail magic again, and a Bojangle biscuit for breakfast. So this is pretty incredible. And you know, he says the only thing he asked for is a signature in his book, proof that we were here. So Dogtag's going to do that, and we're going to eat, and then we'll get on the trail. So encountered this beautiful lock here, and we were trying to figure it out. So you lift these rings up, and it allows this to come out. But then when it goes back in, the ring just drops in. Interesting lock. So the things you see on the AT. So Dogtag's officially back on the AT now. We've had trail magic this morning. We stayed at Shep's last night, and it's all good. And Dogtag's going to start moving, and supposedly it's some pretty good miles the next few. So we'll see. Dogtag out. noticed on the AT map that this section is marked as handicap efficient, and the trail is nice. Somebody in a wheelchair might be able to do this part of the AT. So dog tag on the AT, and you know, there's several iconic videos or pictures that you see of things on the AT, and the barn is definitely one of them. Got the big AT logo on it, and as you can see, the cloud cover is in. I don't know if we'll get much rain today. It's not raining right now, but like I said, you get to watch several YouTube videos, and people always videotape this. 455 miles dog tag is in. I might see 500 by the end of the week. We'll see. Dog tag out. Dog tag here. Been a nice walking this morning. No extreme ups like the last couple days. But look what I come across. Somebody has made a nice little bench here. And you know, it's incredible that what you come across in places. I'm gonna offload for a second and enjoy this person's work, and just say how wonderful life is. And you know, I had so looked forward to getting to Virginia on this journey, and it's hard to believe that maybe tomorrow I will walk into Virginia, and then of course 500 miles later I'll walk into the next state. So I mean, equal to the distance that I've been walking is what I have to walk to get out of Virginia. So interesting concept. So I have my earbud in because I'm listening to a podcast from Mighty Blue. Love his stories, love the people he interviews, and to hear people talk about something that I'm currently doing is just kind of amazing. You know, he has told me that, Dogtag, when you finish the trail, I want to interview you and talk to you about your trip. So, but had a really unique experience yesterday. After we finished our aqua blaze, Sour Patch came up to me. I think I've told you before, Sour Patch is a Army veteran. He was an armor sergeant. I came across him, I was leaving Hot Springs, I think, and he had a pack cover on his pack that made reference to the 22 a day problem that we have. And we've crossed paths several times, and like I said yesterday, it was really cool to do the aqua blaze with he and his wife and the third that's in their tramily. And you know, he came up to me when we were getting ready to eat dinner, and he says, you know, Dogtag, I know your knees are bothering you. He goes, if it comes to it and you need somebody to carry the journey, he says, I'll carry those dog tags for you. And gotta say, that was pretty special for him to offer that. Of course, I told him that as of right now, there's no quit in Dogtag. I'm going to continue to carry these. But I told him that he would be the first. If I chose to get off trail, that he would be the first that I would find. Wherever he is on the trail, I'd find him and pass these dog tags off so that they could carry their journey on. I mean, his wife, Mosey, incredible young lady, should have been called, she has everything logged out, you know, where they plan to stay. And we talked a little bit last night about freeze drying food, because most of their food is freeze dried that she has her sister mail to them on the trail. And I know when I get back, that's one of the things I definitely want to learn to do, is to freeze dry food, because some of their food that they're carrying, a lot lighter than mine, and you know, it's incredible. So yesterday was really cool. You know, I've been struggling with trying to keep up with the four in my tramily. They often get to places a lot sooner than I do. I've noticed that Big Sexy, his videos don't include me anymore. So it was something yesterday that while I was paddling the kayak by myself, I was thinking, you know, I need to get back to hiking my own hike. And so I don't know. You know, we'll see how this week goes. I know that we're supposed to get into Damascus tomorrow, and then Stick's mom has a B&B for the weekend. But I don't know if I want to sit around Damascus for 4 days because it's just going to put me more miles behind in my journey. So I don't know. When I get to Damascus, I'll reevaluate what I'm going to do. I'll talk with Dr. Quinn and Optimus and see what their plans are. But I need to start hiking my own hike. The problem is with a tramily, when you hike at a tramily, you pretty much hike the pace or the distance of the planner. And I haven't been the planner of that group. So I definitely need to decide what I'm going to do, you know, as far as continuing on the trail. Do I do it by myself, or do I look to hike with somebody? I know Sour Patch and Mosey and Steady, the three that I stayed with last night, you know, have said that, you know, hey, you can hang out with us if you want, you know. And who knows? It's just, I have to hike my own hike, and you know, the journey will get me there in the end. And of course, all I'm looking for is, in the close of each day, is to meet up with some people, hear their stories, and share my story, and keep moving. So this bench has been comfortable, but Dogtag needs to get moving if he's gonna put miles behind him. So I'm gonna say, see you later, alligators, for right now, and we'll talk more as the journey progresses today. Love y'all. Be safe.
You said that the road to happiness was long and winding. You said that the forest would get dark, and that the ground could shift here upon this hill we're climbing. No matter how close we get, we're still so far. But I trust we'll find the clearing. I'm trusting the trail. No matter what we're feeling, there's one way we can't fail. Let's just keep hiking. Let's plant our feet. Let's just keep hiking. Keep hiking with me. Hold my hand, baby. Keep hiking with me. You said the road up to success was an impossible test unless we had some sort of map. And I could feel it in my chest just as our feet begged us to rest. I think this just might be the end of that. But I said I trust we'll find the clearing. I'm trusting the trail. No matter.
Well, Double Gap Shelter, or Double Springs Shelter. This is where the other part of the group decided they were going to go last night. So I would have walked this distance last night. But I think in the end I was happy that I went to Shep's place. Got to meet a great individual and who loves the trail and loves giving back to people. So it's a beautiful day. Knock on wood, the rain has been holding off. It's just been overcasty, not been hot, which I love that aspect of it, because after a couple days previously that I've been on the trail hiking in 80-degree temperatures, just hot, and just been miserable doing the hiking and going up long slogs. So but today's been nice, and I'm gonna continue to move on. I don't need water, and find some more miles and one more step closer to Maine. Hello, Dogtag here, on the trail here, and you know, it's funny how I come across this, what looks like an old fire tower. Found the footers for the old fire tower, but there's no mention of it on Far Out. And then there's a piece of concrete right here that has the date 1932 on it. I'll flip it around, take a picture of it, and post it with this video. But it's just a shame that this is something that, you know, somebody who is doing Far Out, they should, you know, they always include a lot of things on the information, but this is an interesting place, and it'd be nice to know what the fire tower was and the significance of the 1932 date on the concrete there. I'm sure that's probably when the fire tower was built, but it's no longer here. Interesting. Well, I've got about 1.5 miles to go left for the day. I'm going to keep moving after I take my picture, and dog tag will see you later. So dog tag out. So dog tag here at McQueen Knob Shelter. Looks like one of the older shelters built out of timber and everything. It's not the one I'm staying at tonight. Of course, I don't think I'll stay in a shelter. I'll probably tent. But dog tag needs to keep moving. So just thought I'd do a quick picture, and the mosquitoes are out. So they're starting to eat me. So dog tag's gonna keep moving. They don't seem to bother me as much when I'm at least walking. So dog tag out. Dog tag here on the AT, and the two gentlemen standing behind me are father and son, and if you look over at their vehicle, you'll notice that they're from New York. You might wonder why two New Yorkers are here in Tennessee on the AT. There was a nasty rumor, or not a nasty rumor, there was a rumor that was passing around the trail a week ago that there's this treasure buried somewhere on the AT. Well, they're in search of it. They have a map and clues, and so they think it might have brought them to this area. So I wish them a lot of luck. You want to introduce yourselves, gentlemen?
Fingers crossed.
Introduce yourselves.
Dave Washburn and Mike.
So
Washburn.
Dave and Mike,
From Rochester, New York.
the Rochester, New York. So those of you that are following my channel, if you're too lazy to come hike the trail, well, get your ass up and see if you can find this treasure. They say that there's 5 of them buried, and one of them is on the AT. So they're out here doing the search, and I wish them the luck. And dog tag needs to get moving so he can set his tent up tonight. So we'll talk to y'all later.